There's always something very special when I first get home from sea and go into the garage to remove the cover. With anywhere from 3 to 6 months away, it's like jumping into a new car all over again. In the last episode, the car had its biggest work to date. The entire front end was replaced with the full RS body panels, all beautifully painted at Road and Race. Another long-standing issue, the air conditioning, was finally resolved thanks to some of the boffins from 911 UK. And programming only was required to fix it, only to discover my AC radiator had been damaged. Another visit to Tech 9 and a new radiator, and finally I have a fully working air conditioning system. The bodywork is almost complete and I couldn't be happier. The only thing left is the roof, and this is about to be dealt with. So it's 7th of November, it's very early in the morning, it's very cold in my garage. The car's going in today for the final phase of the conversion. So GT2RS never came with a sunroof, it wasn't an option, obviously being a sporting car and everything. It adds weight to the top part of the car, which obviously affects the centre of gravity. The higher up the weight goes, the more it will roll in corners. The roof mechanism inside of here weighs about 15 kilos, I'm told. So that's all going to come out. The roof panel is going to come off. These clips here are coming off. These are, I don't even know what these are called, but these strips that run along here, and they have the little thing in here that you can connect the roof box to the car. Basically, on the RS car as standard, they don't have that. So on the GT2RS, this is just a long strip, and it doesn't have these in them. So they're going to come off. I've got the proper RS strips to go in. The roof panel's coming off. So basically what they're going to do is they're going to take out all the glass. Well, they're going to take out the front windscreen, the rear windscreen. That has to be done to take the roof panel off. Once they take that off, they're going to drill through the points where it was welded in the factory, so the whole roof panel can come off. Also, the rear quarter windows, they're coming out too, and they're going to have polycarbonate windows fitted as per GT2RS. So all of that's happening today, well, over the next couple of days, next few days. So it's going to be quite time consuming. Inside of the car, where you have the roof lining, currently it has an Alcantara roof lining in it. That is all coming out too, obviously, because it has a hole in it for the sunroof. And the new Alcantara roof lining will go in its place. And one other thing I've replaced is the door sill trim protectors, because they were the old turbo ones, which obviously had to come out. So I've replaced them with OEM RS items, which are full carbon with RS insignia written on them. It took me hours to get them off, and then to remove the residue of the double-sided tape took a long time. Getting the old ones off was a nightmare. I would definitely recommend the fishing wire under the trim rather than the original way I went at it was with a heat gun and a plastic tool, and that was just not the right way to go about it. If you have any bodywork carried out on your car and you take it to Porsche, Wilmslow or Bolton, they'll actually send it to Road and Race Restorations in Manchester. When I saw my car, I was horrified. It looked like it had been completely destroyed and it was ready for the scrap heap. And if you're like me and have never worked in an automotive garage, this is a welder, unlike any welder I've ever seen. So this is the bit that goes inside with the lights and the buttons for the centre light. There's obviously the old one. I think there's the old one. And it's got the bit on for the sunroof, which I don't need anymore. Okay, so this is the new polycarbonate window. The guy said that the window was flat originally, so we were a bit worried, but now that we've looked at it again, we can see the curve in it. So I'm relieved. But as you can see from here, there's no the bits that connect it to the car are missing, so they have to be removed from the old window. But that needs to come off the whole unit with the silver thing connector, everything. Yeah. Yeah. So all that comes off, and then it goes on to the window. A few days later, car is finally ready, and I think you'll agree it looks fantastic. And after driving it home, I can report also that the addition of the polycarbonate windows has not increased the noise too much. So I've replaced them with the RS ones from legitimate OEM RS, carbon, full carbon door plate sill